Tour Guide Thailand.
Good afternoon and welcome back to another episode of Tour Guide Thailand. My name is Dr. Thanapon. Every Thursday, 1 o'clock, this program is broadcasting from Rajamongkol University of Technology, Pranakhon. This program has two parts. For the first part, information of places, and then the most interesting from the episode. Today, episode 171. This episode, I would like to give some introductions of the last chance of the tourism. When you heard about these words, it might confuse you for the first time, but this refers to the trend of traveling to tourist destinations that are at the risk deteriorations, drastic change, or permanently disappear from the world map in the near future. This is largely due to climate change, urban development, or over-tourism. This is an interesting dimensions and perspective of this type of the tourism. Why people are in hurry to travel in this kind of the tourism? One is the missing out. The fact that if you don't go now, in the futures, the generations will never get to see it. It's a huge driving force that makes people willing to pay a lot of money to visit. A beautiful countdown to the end. Many places possesses unique beauties that nature took thousands of years to create, but which is crumbling within a human generations. Why psychological dimensions? Who do human years for decay? This behavior is driven by several aspects of human psychologies. Scarcities create value. According to psychologists, anything that is limited or about to disappear is immediately valued more highly. Visiting a place that is about to vanish is therefore seen as a privilege or once-in-a-lifetime achievement. The search for authenticities. Tourists want to see natures or cultures in its original form before it is altered, modified, or destroyed by human hands or climate change. Personal historical record. Humans need to be witnesses to history so that they can tell future generations that they once saw it with their own eyes. When we talk about places that are disappearing, we often think of forests or sea, but in realities, cultures and cities, they are facing the same fate. Loss of culture's identity. Many ancient cities such as Venice, Tokyo, currently facing the situations touristifications. That city has become a museum filled only with buildings and tourists. But the real way of life of the local peoples has disappeared because they couldn't bear to the cost of living, and the displaced locals move out, and traditional shop has become souvenir shops. Describe the traditional cultures. Tourists aim at observing the lifestyle of indigenous trapped in the Amazons or Africa before they are integrated into the modern world. Sometimes impose progress, distorting their traditional culture's value. In an advantage, creating awareness at the deep level of consciousness. No textbook or documentary is as powerful as it with your own eyes. Tourists who witnesses melting glaciers or breathing coral reef often return to make serious change to their daily life for the environment. Funding for conservations, revenue from park entrance fee, local guide fee, or tourist tax is often used to fund research, high park rangers, and restore the ecosystem in the area. Distributing income to remote communities, economic lifelines. Many of those tourist destinations are located in remote areas or developing countries, making tourists a primary source of income that improves in qualities of life for local communities. Political pressures. When a place becomes the focus of the global attentions, the local government cannot remain indifferent and need in the urgent laws to measures to protect the site and safeguard its economic interests. From disadvantaged sides, accelerating destructions, the more peoples to a pace degrades the carbon footprint from travels. The more waste is generated, the more land is encroached upon, and the more wildlife is disturbed. The problem of over-tourism. Small communities or ecosystems such as Galapagos Island or Venice were not designed to accommodate massive populations, result in the collapse of the local infrastructures, overflow garbage, and pollution waters. The cost of living has skyrocketed to the point where locals can no longer afford to live there. As foreign tourists become willing to spend large sums of money, accommodations, food, and land prices in the area skyrocket, making it unaffordable for local residents and forcing them to relocate it. Unethical marketing, greenwashing, doom tourism marketing. Some tour companies exploit people's fear for their own gain, using persuasive advertising tactics such as "hurry before it's too late." The aim is to boost sales without any supporting measure from sustainable tourism or management. From the place that interesting, divided into three groups. From the first group, an underwater paradise are wrecks of the local breachings. Due to continuously rising sea temperatures and the global warming crisis, Many world-class driving sport and marine environment in Thailand are beginning to be affected. At first place, Similan Island and Sulin Island at Phang Nga province, a driver paradise renowned for its pristine underwater environment. Some shallow cliff left are currently experiencing breaching. Visitors should avoid sunscreens containing coral damaging chemicals and strictly adhere to the island closure period for natural restorations. Kadan Island at Trang province. The beach, once lauded as one of the best in the world, boasted something shallow coral reef, but the fragilities of the small island economic system come at the cost of rapidly increasing number of tourists. Group 2. Beach facing the approaching sea waters. Coastal erosions or rising sea levels are silent there that are slowly eroding Thailand's original beach area. Patong Beach at Phuket. The major tourism landmark, as identified by Environment Research Report, are facing several long-term coastal erosions. In the future, the wide expanse of white sandy beach we once strolled along may become progressively narrow or disappear entirely during a high tide. The coastal communities of Bang Khun Thien at Bangkok, the ecotourism destinations near Bangkok that is seeing the most significant impact is the coastal land, which has been eroded away by sea waters for several kilometers over the past several decades. Now, visitors have to take a boat trip to see the Bangkok boundary market in the sea instead. Group 3. Sustainable alternative tourism destinations, green destinations. If you were looking for a chance of peace, visit a place where the communities and government are actively working together to preserve it from disappearing. Here is a list of places in Thailand that you have recently won International Sustainable Award. Lanta Island at Krabi province, awarded globally for nature and landscape conservation. It serves as a model for tourism that strives to maintain a balance between nature and the islander way of life. Old Town Takua Pa at Phang Nga province. This charming old town boasts Sino-Portugal architects and traditional cultures. The communities here have celebrated and collaborate to manage tourism in order to prevent its local identity from being swallowed up by the tides of capitalism. เชียงคาน at Le Province. Despite being a very popular destination along a Mekong rivers, the city is making strong effort to manage its environments and encourage local participating in order to preserve its old wooden houses and the traditional way of offering sticky rice to monks during almsgiving. That is not just all the places that will disappear in Thailand in the short coming times. In everywhere all around the world is also happened. Some islands is related to the ice break, related to the climate culture change, related to the culture change and the place of living, people moving from one town to the others and left behind. That makes some of like the tourist places have not popular anymore. That makes this tourism is getting more and more interesting because people are awareness that if they not go now, they will not have any chance to go at later. At lastly, you can follow us as an English online at imutp.ac.th or you can follow us into YouTube and Facebook at imutp Live, Thai and English versions. IMUTP is the universities of the technologies, innovations and integrations in the futures. Please push like and subscribe that you never miss the news.
Tour Guide Thailand